Good afternoon and welcome to everyone, my esteemed guests, speakers and my dear audience who's here. This afternoon we are gathered here as we celebrate the National Handloom Day. Weaving stories and emotions into our intricate designs, that's what we've all come here together to discuss, speak and go forward into it. May I please request right now, we will have a small inaugural before we begin this program. Ma'am, we may request you to just click on this. Can we stand? One. So yes, with the digital scheme, we just do with us, right? Yes, this is intricately weaving back the technology introduction, like you actually put it. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. May I please request, not to vary further details, may I please request Mr. Ritik Nashwa kindly come up here to give us the word.
Welcome all of you. Thanks for coming, and we are very honored to have you all in the National Handloom Day. So wish you all a National Handloom Day. So we just want to say like why this National Handloom Day on 7th August. So anybody know why only 7th? Yes. Swadeshi. Swadeshi movement, yes. Obviously the Swadeshi movement started in 1905 where a lot of things promoted in the Swadeshi movement and due to the British and all. So obviously
why did Swadeshi start? Anybody, what is the most famous sentence which was at the base of Swadeshi? What is that? Swaraj is my birthright.
Yes. Yeah. So ma'am said it correctly and put the tone correct. So all know why we are celebrating now the Handloom Day. So 10 years back, I think Honorable Prime Minister had started this National Handloom Day to start in 2015, and from last 10 years we are celebrating. So obviously the Prime Minister focuses also on this technology. In textile, we see a lot of different technology as compared to the other industry. Like we have the traditional art is a handloom. Then we also have the power loom, the mill sector, rapier loom, water jet. There are so many different sectors in the loom. So it is very important that we should keep our traditional. That is India stand for. That is obviously that India has a rich culture for the handloom and the handloom culture, and there is a stories. Now today is a culture of Instagram stories where we put, and it's a artificial stories, or it's you can say it's just to show. But in the handloom weavers, they have the real stories. They had whatever they weave, they have their own soul and heart. What they make in the handloom sarees or whatever the products they make. So obviously to remember them and to celebrate them, we had gathered here today, and we will see everybody in the speakers what they have to share today in the Handloom Day. So we are welcome Ms. Ruprashi Madam also. She is our support, industry support from last 5 years. Now she is a CEO of KVIC. So obviously it's we can say the cousins of handloom. Elder sister. Okay, so she is also the part of textile. That is our fortune. That she is a part of textile only. Otherwise she have moved to other industry. But good, she is in the same industry. So we are very grateful to ma'am to be in the industry, and we will see the growth of KVIC also after she has joined. So thank you ma'am for coming here to grace the occasion. Thank you. Welcome all.
Thank you, Ms. Chegna. May I please request Dr. Ila Devia to please come up and give us a brief on this conference that we've come here this afternoon. Thank you.
A very good morning to all of you, respected Ruprashi Madam. We are very honored, each one of us sitting here feel honored by your presence. There were so many phone calls which came. Is Madam really going to come? Are you sure she'll be here? We said we are very sure about her commitment.
Why doubt?
Because today is Handloom Day and people thought probably you would be in Delhi, probably you would be in many other occasions here, and there were a lot of questions, but you have proved that your heart was with the handloom weavers, and we are very thankful for your presence. And we read over there on the slide, every thread in our handloom fabric tells a story of creativity, dedication and cultural pride. So all the weavers of the nation are our pride. 2015, this was declared as the Handloom Day, and that's what we are celebrating. But I would be very happy to say that we have been celebrating handloom weavers even otherwise since years. When I was in my institution. And in 2020, when the COVID times were there, many weavers called up to say that they did not have basic requirements for their homes. Madam, can you do something? Can you help us in marketing? Can you help us? Beautiful work that they were making. Weavers from Banaras and many other places. That was the time when we first had an online seminar. The first online, otherwise we always had it face to face. And that online seminar created a lot of awareness. There were a lot of, at least the buzzword had spread. And then last year, with Textile Value Chain collaboratively, we did an online. And again, I'm happy to share with this audience, Ruprashi ma'am was the chief guest at that time also. So we are very honored to have a presence, and I hope that you will be with us always whenever we are with the weavers and with the, not only the handloom, but all the handicraft things. The word handloom also has changed a lot, just like how the khadi has also changed. A lot of definitions, a lot of meanings have changed. So there were questions by one of the beneficiary case study. They are into the differently abled people, and they are empowering them. And they are using a leg pedal without any electricity. And there was no clarity. They said, how do we fit it to the handloom? So I discussed it with many people. And they said, if you are not, it's manual. So, and these adults, they are adults, differently abled and mentally challenged. They cannot be touching any electric, they cannot be close to the electric currents. So they are using manual. And they are not able to use their hand very powerfully, so it's been adapted for the leg pedal. So it still falls under the handloom. And this clarification was required even for us at this stage. So that means this awareness is surely required for many others. Today in the AI world, we also feel left out. We also feel that there are so many apps that we don't know the generation today is using. Now with these apps that is growing, we thought that this awareness, this exposure is also required. And therefore this seminar is designed in such a way that we have designer like Bela, we have Kailash who's from the digital world, we have research students like Dara and Vibhuti, we have faculty, we have research institutes like Bitra, and we have institutes like NIFT. There are different resource persons who have brought in their experience and they are going to present here. Some of them are not going to present, but their articles are there in the special issue, which is going to be published by, which is going to be released by Madam, and it's published by the Fashion Value Chain. So I'm sure that each one of you over here feel happy and privileged of being part of this session today. I know there are many industries and many institutes also which are being represented, many designers and all of you. I really thank you, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank our collaboration with Textile Committee. Dr. Muralidhar and Mr. Danda have been very, very kind enough to collaborate, and that's how we are able to, in the collaboration, we are able to do better. Because without a collaboration, we would be able to do something small. But with collaboration, we are able to do something better. And this is just a beginning. This story should not stop only on a handloom day. We hope that this continues and we meet more often and we really discuss these stories more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Devi. May I please request Mr. Dana to give us, since with the strong collaboration that we just spoke about with the Textile Committee, so may I please request you to come up and give us this is a two-line brief for the Textile Committee for our audience as well.
Very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to this program. Respected Ruth Rasi Madam, our beloved ex-Vice Chairman of Textiles Committee and one of the leading and driving force with us, and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. This is one of the first program we Textiles Committee is doing after 2 years in this boardroom. Our boardroom and auditorium has gone for a renovation and it's more than 2 years. So this is one of the first program we are doing and we are very happy that Madam is there with us. Still there are some issues, I can see a buzzing sound in this one. So maybe next time if we are met again, so this all issues will be resolved. And Textiles Committee, as you know, is a statutory body having and mandate for improving the quality of textiles in India. We have 70 laboratories pan-India and 21 offices. And we issue handloom mark. The handloom mark is the only mark in the world which gives the origin of a product, whether a product has been made in handloom or not. And another mark that we issue for handloom is India Handloom Brand IHB mark. So that mark gives the quality of a product. It specifies that a product is up to a quality, and you will believe it, there are more than 12 different testing parameters on which a product has been tested, and then only that mark is issued to it. So it's a very stringent one. And Textiles Committee is also working in lot of clusters in handloom. Initially we started with 3 clusters and still we are engaged with those clusters for the upliftment of the textiles and handloom in India. You will be surprised to know that today DC Handloom is also doing a very big program in Delhi where Honorable President of India is also participating in that meeting. And yesterday we have launched, Ministry of Textile has also launched a booklet and a study on carbon footprint of handloom. Now we all are talking a lot of sustainability and all, but the thing is how much is the carbon footprint and how to find it out. So a study was given to IIT Delhi and they have come out with a beautiful report on that, where you can see that there has been a difference of more than 50% in the carbon footprint if you weave from a handloom as compared to a powerloom one. So there are a lot of efforts now going on in a handloom, and there is one online portal also launched by the Ministry of Textile. Officially it will come, but still the products are selling in it, where only handloom products are being sold. And there is a great effort and there is a great improvement in it. And that portal is being developed. It's under final stage of development also. You can search there on, I don't remember the exact URL of that, but yes, it is there. And lot of efforts are going on. And you will be surprised to know that in last 1 month, Textiles Committee has carried out the verification of handloom under handloom product of more than 1700 handlooms. So we have done some sea changes in our SOPs, and with that sea changes we are able to achieve this number. So with this all, I wish you everybody a very happy Handloom Day to everyone. So this is a trend that is there, and I think so we all have to take it forward. And once again, thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. Rajan Babu to kindly come up and give us a small brief about KVIC, which is an important arm to this entire conference. Sir, may I please? Shri Rajan Babu, working in Khadi and Village Industry Commission as a Joint Chief Executive Officer. He is a mechanical engineer that has 32 years of experience with KVIC. He has worked in various capacities during this period. Successful implementation of Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. Thank you so much. He has led major IT initiatives as well with the KVIC by digitizing all schemes and programs being implemented by KVIC among many other great initiatives.
First of all, I would convey my wishes all the textile committee officers and official stakeholders on the occasion of National Handloom Day today, being celebrated national level, and also it's a proud moment for me to be here on this National Handloom Day along with ma'am, because madam is my boss also, and yes, she has a boss here. I think she is now boss for me.
Always a team. Boss is a very pejorative word.
Who is chairing this meeting today. And it's my privilege to be here to share with you all about KVAC and the schemes which are being implemented by KVAC at national level. And we all know about KVAC, I believe. The genesis of KVAC is such that in the year 1925, Gandhiji has formed All India Spinners Association, and in 1934 All India Village Industries Association has been formed. I think I have brought the PPT, but along with me my officer came and he stuck in the traffic, so I was not soft copy I was not able to display. I'm sorry for that. So in the year 1950, in the first 5-year plan, the government expressed the need of the apex level, national level body for village. So the first 5-year plan in the year 1950.
I'm sure some of the dignitaries who are present here have been part of other movement. But just a recap for the younger ones who just know these as institutions.
So then 1953, All India Khadi and Village Industries Board was formed. And 1956, KVAC was constituted under the Act of Parliament. Since then, KVAC is implementing various schemes and programs for the artisans, basically for the artisans, rural artisans, for their employment and their living. It is working. And now, Khadi and Village Industries Commission is the statutory body created by an Act of Parliament, as I said. And it functions under the Ministry of Micro and Small Medium Enterprises, we call it as MSME, Government of India, and it aims to generate non-farm employment in the country. And it's not only developing a khadi, and it is also focusing for development of various village industries, basically the traditional industries in the rural areas. And it supports implementation of KVA programs through various central sector schemes. The objectives of KVAC is social objectives and economic objective and wider. Social objective is to provide livelihood and employment of the rural masses, and the economic objective is to produce and sell various khadi and village industries products thereby to participate in the economic growth of the country. And the wider objective is to create self-reliance among the rural Indian masses. The function is to plan, to promote, facilitate, organize and assist the establishment of developing various village industries, khadi and village industries establishment, that is enterprises, to supply raw material and equipment. Basically, the supply and raw material and equipment is for to produce khadi. We are supplying the rovings, that is the free spinning stage material. We are supplying to all khadi institutions who are involved in production of khadi, and also the chakas, that is the basic equipment for the spinning. That is also we are supplying. And now the under village industries, lot of village industries equipments like the potter who was used to do the manual machine, they used to do the pottery making, and we are started supplying with the power operated machines tailoring machines and leather toolkits. Various toolkits we have started providing to the various artisans on free of cost mostly with the basic some 10%, 5% contribution to the beneficiaries. The organization structure is the head of the organization is here and the political appointment is there as the chairman. And next the CEO is the head of the administrative head of the organization. And under her financial advisor and the joint chief executive officer and the chief vigilance officer and also the deputy CEOs at the head office level. My head office is at Vilayparli, Mumbai, near Delhi. And zonal deputy CEOs, we have 6 zones in the country. All the zones headed by the zonal deputy CEOs. And under deputy CEOs of head office, all the program directors are functioning. And the zonal deputy CEO, all the state field offices are functioning under the government. This is the basic organization structure of KVIC. And our network is very wider and it presents all over the country, almost all the states. And we are also been associated with all banks, almost all nationalized banks, PSUs, private and even cooperative banks. And also the state government agencies like DAC and the Khadi and Village Industries Board. This DAC and KBAP both comes under the respective state governments. KBAC network, I think
That's done.
it's about 40, we have the state and field offices and 40 offices and 6 zonal offices I said and 18 departmental training centers. They are doing the capacity building program basically for the skill development for the people and it is a non-academic matter. We are just providing the skill to them so that they have the self-sustain in their life. They can earn something. And the 26 departmental sales outlet and its branches, 5 central level branch which produces the material for the spinning stage for spinning and 3 camp office and 1 resident RR office at New Delhi. Other partners I already said that is state government and banks. Next. These are all the major schemes. We have 3 verticals. One is the Khadi Vikas Yojana and second vertical is the Gramodyog Vikas Yojana and third is the PMEDP scheme. Is basically the ministry scheme. It's a flagship scheme of the government of India MSME scheme. And the Spurti, that is the cluster development. Under Khadi Vikas Yojana, there are different schemes are there. I will explain later. And Gramodyog Vikas Yojana also. Next. Khadi, I think the word Khadi refers from the textile, but the Khadi is basically textile, but the process is little bit different at the spinning stage level. Otherwise, rest of the things I think we are doing the same things. And Khadi means any cloth woven or handloom in India from cotton, silk or woolen, transpun yarn in India or from the mixture of any two or all of such products. Basically, mostly we are dealing with the natural fiber. But sometimes we are also using the poly, that we call it is a polyester. It's a 67-33%. So this is about Khadi. And next. This is some of the visuals. And this is a cotton, what is the basic raw material, silk, and we are all know about this. There are about more than 2,900 Khadi institutions registered here and around 500 artisans are enrolled with us. And new Khadi institution also you can open and for that some of the eligibility criteria has been defined. Next. There are all the schemes have some key benefits. That is the production incentives for Khadi institutions, production incentives for the artisans under Khadi, and the Khadi institution for production and working capital. There is a scheme called ISER, interest subsidy. They have to take a loan from the bank and 4% interest they have to pay, and the rest of the interest we have to pay. And renewal of Sikh Khadi institution also we have a scheme. Next. Some of the state-specific Khadi products I would like to display here. Pundu Khadi, Muslim Khadi, West Bengal, and Chungri Shari and Tamil Nadu. Next. Bhagalpuri, Rasar, Silk, Pashmina wool, and Kala Cotton Khadi. These are all some of the state-specific products. Next. 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 See, MMDA, I think we call it as MMDA. Earlier, Khadi, आप जानता है तो I think we remember that debate. October 2, many of the people go and purchase Khadi so that we get more discount. So, in that regime, the artisans are not being given extended benefits. The artisans are not being given any benefit on the rebate scheme. Thereafter, the government thought of that since the Khadis are being produced, the main stakeholders are the artisans and the Khadi institutions also there, but the benefit should be extended to them. Therefore, we brought the 2016, we introduced the Market Development Assistance Scheme. So, some incentives we have introduced for the Khadi artisans also. So then thereafter, 2018, we started the Modified Marketing Development Assistance, wherein these are all the ratio, the share of spinner weaver, the incentives for cotton and woolen Khadi, 35% we are providing to them through DBT, and silk Khadi, 30% we are providing incentive to the artisans. Khadi Karyakarta, other than the spinners and weavers, we are providing 15% for some of the items and 10% for the silk. And Khadi institution, those who are mainly producing, they are organizing it. For them, 51% incentives we are transferring to them, and for silk, 60% of the incentive we are transferring. Next. These are all the performance of the FMDA. It's about on average around 1,000 units, 1,000 NGOs are benefiting, and the current year around 1,275 institutions we are targeting. And the FMDA is about on average around 250 crores we are disbursing every year, and the current year also 250 crores we are targeting. And on average around 1,45,000-44,000 artisans we are extending the incentives, and the current year 1,70,000 artisans we are targeting. And the incentive disbursed to the Khadi artisan, they are 22-23 is about 75 crores, it is increasing. And the 23-24, 113 crores, it's about on average 100 crores we are doing. Next. I said that 4% we are charging to the Khadi institution, and the rest of the interest we are paying out of government subsidy. Next. Workshop scheme also we have that individual workshop for the artisans we are providing 1,20,000, and it's about 75% of the total cost, whichever is less, or northeastern 90% we are providing. And the eligible Khadi institution, the group workshop is about 80,000 per person, per artisan. 10% form of group. So total for 10% sitting together to do the spinning work we are also doing. Next. So the strengthening of infrastructure of weak Khadi institutions, just to boost up them, we have the scheme. 15 lakh we are providing to the weak Khadi institutions for infrastructure support, and also 25 lakhs we are providing for renovation of the sales outlet for the market area. Next. Khadi raw material and central slaver plant, we have the capacity of 42 lakh kg of production having these 6 CSPs, central slaver plant, and 38 lakh kg of slavers we are producing against this capacity, and about its turnover is about around 90. COEK also we are entered with the NIFT, and their head office is in Delhi, the main office is in Delhi, and the spoke center at Gandhinagar, each at Gandhinagar, Bangalore, Shillong, and Kolkata also we have established. The second phase we are also planning to establish in Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Panchkula, and Shillong. And the main objective of COEK is to design the new product and quality parameters to monitor and associate with the Khadi institutions, and the new designs to be disseminated in the market. This is the basic objective of the scheme. Next. Marketing, we are also having about more than 8,000 have airport outlets at Ahmedabad, Varanasi and Visakhapatnam, and we are also doing a government supply for railways and army and some of the government establishments we are supplying for this. Next. Village industries, there are a lot of village industries vertical I said. Next. Kamodhi Vikas Yojana, I have already told that poultry and some traditional industries we are doing. This is the, I think you recently might have seen across the social media and the PMO endorsement also. The last year, it's a cumulative turnover is about 1,70,000 crore, 1,70,000 crore turnover achieved by the BSC, and growing every year. So this is the data which I want to next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We would love to hear you more, so we could give you the without the mic as well. You can sitting between and discussing.
My textile committee CEO on one side and my operative man on my website. They need to synergize better to do more.
Okay, so now one of the important moments of this afternoon that we are waiting for. May I please request Ms. Ruprash ma'am to please come down. She's the CEO of KVIC, as we all know, and holds the rank of additional secretary. She experienced with a background with finance and audit, having positions in the Indian audit and accounts department.
I think
Yeah, she was involved.
I think all of us, like
No.
most of you are either seniors from whom I have heard, or colleagues or friends or juniors also.
Ma'am, a little bit more motivation that we also, then I could add a little bit more, that she was involved in redesigning and modernizing the chemistry lab at the Vitra, which improved to support the auxiliary industries as well. She has been involved in initiatives like Panchatattva at the Bharat Tech 2025 this year, promoting sustainability and innovation for the industry. Thank you, ma'am. Once again,
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आपसे माफ़ी मांगना चाहूँगी कि आने में थोड़ी देर हुई। आप सबको भारतीय इंडियन हैंडलूम डे, हमारा जो हस्तकला का आज दिन है, उसकी शुभकामनाएं। और मैं 2020 से डायरेक्टली टेक्सटाइल से जुड़ पाई। ये नहीं है कि अपने इतने लंबे कार्यकाल में सरकार के साथ किसी न किसी तरह से लघु उद्योग या MSME सेक्टर से जुड़ाव रहा ही है। इंटरेस्टिंगली अभी कल ही मैंने लवासना मसूरी में भी एक लेक्चर दिया, एंड वी वर लुकिंग एट कि अब जो नई MSME की डेफिनेशन है उसके हिसाब से जाए तो 90% ऑफ टेक्सटाइल्स विल कम अंडर MSME, because with the latest definition with a turnover of up to 500 crores and investment of up to 250 crores, छोटे माइक्रो में तो हम लोग हमेशा साथ दे ही, बट अभी इवन SME एंड लार्ज में काफ़ी हद तक दोनों मिनिस्ट्रीज को साथ में मिलके काम करना है। तो मुझे ऐसा कोई फील ज़्यादा अच्छा फील ये हुआ जब ज्वाइन किया, तो हमारे नए सचिव महोदय ने हमसे यही कहा कि जो वहाँ पे तुमने काम किए हैं, तुम्हारी टीम्स ने काम किए हैं, उस सबको आपस में जोड़ो। गवर्नमेंट ये चाहती है कि वी शुड वर्क विद लॉट ऑफ कोलैबोरेशन, सिनर्जी, एंड आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी दैट टुडे I have one side textile committee which is taking care of lot of quality assurance, branding, identification of Indian traditional handlooms, hand holding technical textiles, basically the whole textile spectrum, as well as khadi on one side, which is actually reaching out to the last mile in what I say the world of fiber. Khadi, generally I can say also कि खादी बड़ी बहन है, माँ है, पुरानी है, सबसे पुरानी है, बाकी सब आगे बढ़ते चलते हैं, लेकिन पुराने को साथ लेके चलना होता है और पुराने को नवयुग खादी बनाना है तो आप उनके साथ। Now, one other thing जो चीज़ें जो मैंने स्टडी की और आप लोग के साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ, I'm sure आप में से बहुत सारे लोगों को शायद पता होगी, और अगर नहीं पता है तो we are celebrating. Anybody aware of the WIPO's International Treaty on Intellectual Property, Genetic Resources and Associated Traditional Knowledge? Tapar is out of it. Anybody else who knows about it? Okay. This is one very very interesting development and can protect anything to do with our trust. 2024, there is a trade treaty worldwide to protect the traditional resources. Someone is laughing, so someone can elaborate it later. But I was discussing about, because we have done
Khadi branding, GI. We are still having a GI, some challenges with some countries, but through WIPO route we have got a lot of countries are brand identification. खादी का नाम बहुत 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 बड़ा है, but जितना नाम बड़ा होता है उतनी चोरियाँ भी बहुत होती हैं और infringements होते हैं. और मेरा ये इशू नहीं है. I'm not going to say khadi is better, I'm not going to say handloom is better, I'm not going to sit on any value. As long as it gives value to my artisans, our artisans. I always feel my brings more ownership, इसलिए मैं my करके बोलती हूँ as a professional bureaucrat. But anything which brings value to textile value chain across the spectrum of technologies, to our artisans, which is the most sustainable segment, to even the highest end of technical textiles is something we all try to support in whatever wherever we are. Now this particular treaty enables us, and particularly my request is, I am sure a lot of work is being done on the GI part, on identification. देखिए किसी चीज़ की जितनी पहचान बनेगी उतना नकल करना मुश्किल होगा. So instead of getting into the legality part of it, कि भैया वो नकल कर रहा है उसको हम जेल में डालें, we should try to have मेरी पहचान इतनी अच्छी होगी जो नकल करे वो देश जाए. तो जिसको मेरे से बात करना होगा मुझसे बात करेगा, जिसको नकलची से भी चल जाएगा वो नकलची से चला देगा. So the thing is that this is one major development which has happened in 2024 and primarily helps in Asian and Afro-Asian countries, because even in pharma it is happening that a lot of traditional medicines are being taken away and they never get the due recognition to the fact that it has come from, say, hinterland of India. So from medicines and much more for the textiles. I mean to say today, मैं खादी के लिए बोल सकती हूँ और आज जहाँ जितने लोग बैठे हैं जिनको हैंडलूम के बारे में पता है, हर हैंडलूम की अपनी एक ब्रांडिंग है. आई थिंक ये 2000 साल से ज़्यादा पुरानी है. ऐसे ही किसी भी धागे की जितनी पुरानी कहानी है जिससे आप लोग मुझसे भी ज़्यादा वाकिफ हैं, we should go for protecting our IPR rights. That will get built into our labeling, that will give me better assurance, that will give me what he says. We have done the whole thing of that it is more sustainable, scientifically proven. It has less carbon footprint. So automatically that will contribute to demand generation. Higher demand generation, in my logic, is the way forward to ensure that next generation comes back to the enterprise. Next to next generation also thinks that it is desirable to be there, not just fashionable because Honorable Prime Minister के आंखों में घुस जाएंगे, just because you feel that this is the way to be. Which today, if we see the way market is developing, even Shark Tank is showing a lot of private investment flowing into various aspects of traditional skills and particularly handlooms and handicrafts. Second thing, globally, whatever is happening is about not maybe very happy situation, but at the same time we are quite safe considering we are a very big democracy, we have a big population, we have big demand, we have to improve our processes. So what Ruchi Sharma said in 2020 about delocalization, अब हम localization के चक्कर में अगर आएंगे तो हमारे पास हमारे संसाधन हैं, हमारी कहानी है, हमारे पास लोग हैं, हमारे पास डिमांड है, उसको हम कैसे लाना बाना कैसे बुने, that any of the global headwinds we should be able to isolate ourselves from. So this is the best time when we should look back to the history, take out gems and develop them to enable everybody across value chain. Stronger branding, which I wanted, we should be very sure about what is being given to the consumer. That means strong labeling, strong traceability, strong action on that. That will also mean we should have increase in wages. Khadi, as of now, we are increasing the wages at the hand level, but that will end up creating the value of the product going higher. Should we always look at it that we have to sell it cheap? At least my view is we should never sell anything cheap where human labor is involved. I'm sure we have enough money to pay for it. And we have to make our basket in a way wherein a high-end product or a niche product should be able to subsidize lower-end products also. So that kind of business enterprise has to get in. Important, another thing which came to my notice today, which I would look for the people who are in the dyeing segment. I have offers from few of the digital corporations that they have lot of flour which they actually collect, and they have companies who have done converted it to natural dye. Now I am not a dye specialist, I am a specialist, or I have very little understanding on natural versus chemical versus capacity to take care of whole of textile value chain, but I am sure the natural dye segment is very small as on today for a lot of reasons. One, less interest. Two, less standardization. Three, not enough investment coming in. But if governments gets interested in it, if municipal corporations are willing to get these natural resources collected, sorted, maybe we can develop a model where we can strengthen natural dye. Why is it important? According to me, sustainability has four plans. That is, what is the energy level we are using, water, dyes and dye stuff, and taking care of our manpower or human, the wage earners there, or manpower as such under the ESG compliances. So on these four verticals, third being most critical because that's most opaque also, that is chemical and dye stuff. So can we bring in some kind of change? I am willing to offer my offices to textile committee as well as from Khadi also. We will see how do we utilize these resources wherein governance is willing to support a land or lend their support to any of the initiative to convert either these are natural resources, flowers, puja flowers, etc. In Khadi we do a very good exercise. I think आपको पता होगा, और अगरबत्ती वगैरह और काफ़ी सारा माइक्रो एंटरप्राइजेस हम लोग करते हैं. But can it be of use to textiles, and I feel very, very thankful if anything comes out of the discussions today. And once again, I just feel very, very privileged to be part of this discussion, and of course part of being our country, which has so much to offer to the rest of the world. एक छोटी सी कुछ जब भी अब इस तरह की समागम होता है तो उसमें मेरे को कुछ लिखा था जो आप लोग के साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ कि somehow I feel textiles represents how everybody lives their lives. हिंदी में है, किसी को कष्ट होगा तो अंग्रेजी में भी उसको एक्सप्लेन कर दूँगी. कड़ियाँ लड़ियाँ सफ़र के दौरान, सफ़र मीन्स द लाइफ जर्नी के दौरान कड़ी पर कड़ी जुड़ती गई. We all keep linking one after another. कभी बातों की कभी यादों की कड़ी से कड़ी जुड़ती गई. कभी गौर किया कड़ी से कड़ी को कुछ बांका टेढ़ा होकर जुड़ना पड़ता है. When we have these links, those links don't really come in a straight line. They need to be, they need intertwining, and intertwining is actually a slightly difficult process. समतर ये धागा बहुत सीधा दिखता है. All of us look at thread and yarn, बहुत सीधा straight है. रेशों से पूछिए जना कितना मोड़ना तोड़ना पड़ता है कि सहज सीधा धागा धागा बहुत सीधा दिखता है. रेशों से पूछिए जना कितना मोड़ना तोड़ना पड़ता है कि सहज सीधा धागा बने. फिर इसी धागे पहले आपने धागा बनाया, फिर इसी धागे को ताने बाने के लिए करघे के आदेश तले घूम घूम कर निकलना पड़ता है कि वस्त्र बने, कटे छटे सिले और इंसान से रिश्ता लिया. फिर इसी धागे को ताने बाने के लिए करघे के तले घूम घूम कर निकलना पड़ता है कि वस्त्र बने, कटे छटे सिले और फिर इंसान से रिश्ता जुड़े. रिश्ते कभी कड़ी से, रिश्ते कभी धागे से. हर सू हर पोर सफर की संकरी टेढ़ी मेढ़ी गलियों से गुजरना पड़ता है. इस सफर की टेढ़ी मेढ़ी गलियों से गुजरना तो लाजमी है, जानते सभी हैं. फिर भी जाने क्यों सहज सरल की तलाश में आदमी, फिर भी जाने क्यों सहज सरल की तलाश में आदमी. We have lot of knowledge in the room, outside, in our villages. We need a dedicated drive for intergenerational transfer of knowledge, which can happen two ways. One, of course, all of us who are motivated should keep contributing. Second, institutions should contribute. Three, we should increase the living wages without fear. The Because once the capacity increases, returns will come to us. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, the linking and connections, of course, and that's the reason we are here in today. Now, the one of the most important parts of this afternoon, where we would have the book launch. We have Dr. Before the book launch, we have a small presentation from mentors to our esteemed guests today.
You want to present this?
Thank you.
Normally I don't take gifts, but this is from the family, so I will not say no. You can say that. You can say this is a shawl.
ये आपके घर से आई है, पुणे से आई है।
Oh, thank you.
I'm truly linking you to the roots.
टीमों में कह रही हूँ बड़ी मतलब टेक्सटाइल कमेटी घर है और उधर तो वहाँ पे ले सकती हूँ, बात वाले इनसे गिफ्ट नहीं लेते।
The previous slide.
Still one.
Yes. So here we have the book launch that we have in the hands of ma'am. Ma'am Rudrashi, can we please have the book launch, ma'am? So the author, the book, The Dye Alchemist, Exploring the Colors, Textiles and Healing, authored by Dr. Ila Devya. As you all know, her dedication and her love for this work is within the industry, and this work is more than 2 decades. I think we could clap a little louder for her.
So this actually touches the subject I talk about.
Yes.
I love to read it.
Ma'am, if I could just ask you to
I'd just like to say that we were 3 organizations, called our college and St. Xavier, the Xavier College. So each one had a role to do in the Natural Eye Research Project. So my journey started in 1998 with research in natural eye. Of course, we were experimenting in the lab in any case. And since then, whatever was researched in the lab, I had taken it to the field. And I was working with artisans in Kutch and Rajasthan. And the results of those, that research that time, and the years later. So you can, I had first made a draft of it in 2009. I still wanted to do something more, and that's why I worked on it. There was a gap in between, but now finally I completed this work. That's everyone's section on healing, because all these plants also have the healing aspect, and some of my diet samples I've also tested it in Except Committee, Vitra, Dixon Labs, to also look at the healing property after the person wears it also. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We now have the book launch of the next book, The Rhythms of the Loom, Keeping India's Heritage Alive. A round of applause, please.
I'm saying it on behalf of Jacob. There are several authors who have given their own experiences with handlooms, artisans, and so on. So my request is that if we can have a group picture of all the authors who have been there in this.
We a lot of media for your especially for your this afternoon. Thank you.
What governance should
May I call upon Dr. K.S. Muralidharan, please?
Textile committee with amazingly small set of people does amazingly large set of works.
Small arms with a big impact.
Self-motivated.
It's a small arms with
Big impact, yeah.
Because they are motivated. It's just
Dr. Ila
make
Dekar.
an impact.
Dr. Mark.
Mr. Nishant Makte. Miss Afreen Begum, can I please call you up?
There is a presentation, it has mega stores like the PDF you
This is Vibhuti Facebook. Dr. Manjula Jagran
We are in very good times,
Thank
I
you,
would
ma'am.
say. Today the governance from top to bottom is working, I would say, overtime to ensure कि हम लोगों का जितनी विरासत है इसको विकास से कैसे जोड़ा जाए और किसको भी देख लीजिए प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब से लेके हमारे मिनिस्टर सर, स्टेट मिनिस्टर, सेक्रेटरी मैडम, I am told that he gets to work at 11-12 in the night also. So वहाँ पे टेक्सटाइल में हमारे खादी में भी सभी लोग मिनिस्टर साहब, स्टेट मिनिस्टर, चेयरमैन, all the people who are working in the field, in the strength of KVIC, which I want all of us to see and leverage is the reach and the traditional knowledge base. So these two things, with whatever we are doing new, if we can combine, I am sure no country in the world has that kind of, the span horizontally as well as depth. So we just need to work together. We don't have to work in silos, and I'm sure sky's the limit. I am just one small part of that team. Thank you for calling me.
Thank you very much, madam. Actually, she has a very busy schedule today, we can all understand over here. And she has another event which she was supposed to go much earlier. But because we requested her to do few things which are very important, and I'm sure these photographs especially will go on to social media right from today. And the whole idea, the intention is that the Handloom Day gets celebrated in a better way. The artisans, it reaches the artisans and their families. See, one is that the handloom or the khadi is a sector which involves the entire family and the entire village. So whenever we are reaching out to one artisan also, we are actually reaching out to their families. So thank you very much, ma'am, for your esteemed presence.
The Textiles Committee, we are starting a campaign for handloom and handloom art on social media. On that series, one of the videos, there are a lot of videos, there are the latest one we have just made just like to.
Hey guys, we are on the streets of Mumbai today and I am going to ask people if they can guess which saree is 100% authentic handloom or which one is not. Let's go. So one of these sarees is a 100% authentic handloom and the other one is not. So if you can touch and guess which one is.
This one is authentic.
Green one is.
This is authentic. This is authentic.
Are you sure this is authentic?
Yes, because हम लोग साड़ी खरीदते हैं. I think the green one is authentic.
The green one? You are asking a question or you are sure? Actually no, this one's authentic. This is not authentic. Actually, this one is authentic. Yes.
इसकी बनावट की तरह पहचान है. जो इसका ये जो बनावट है ना टिपिकल है
This is the manufacturing.
ये नहीं है.
But actually no. This is not authentic. This one is authentic. Actually the green one is not. The pink one is original. This is authentic. Yeah, there's this tag here. So this brand is government certified. So if we scan this, we get to know that this saree is authentic. Because सबके पास आप लोग जैसा experience तो होता नहीं है.
Handloom mark helps provide collective identity to weavers from across India.
So now you know tag है तो authentic है.
Hello all of you. I would just like to say one thing, that all the presenters whom we are going to meet today have themselves put in a lot of efforts. It is out of their love that they are working for handlooms. And it is a great occasion to gather such people over here and have them share their knowledge with all of us. In the book, in the special issue, it is all in detail, but we have requested all the speakers today to give a glimpse of it. And that glimpse would be just 5, 10 minutes, 7 minutes. And as much as we are able to communicate in shorter, today is a world of podcast. Nobody wants to see a 3-hour, 2.5, 2-hour film. Everybody wants everything in small capsules. So today is also a test of all of us as speakers, how we are able to package it in a short time and give the main content, the context of our content. Thank you so much, and I'm happy to welcome Kailash.
Okay, thank you so much for the invitation. So entire textile committee team, Anvishnam Foundation team, and all the dignitaries, fellow speakers, and all other guests. Thank you. My name is Kailash Tulsi Gadra. I am founder of Atulsia Technologies, which is a software development firm. So एक IT वाला बंदा आपके साथ में यहाँ पे है. But at the same time, I have started an online marketplace for handmade products. So we are gonna just talk about the online marketplace for handicraft. So basically, megastores.com we started post COVID just to make sure that all the artisans, right? हमें पता है कि they were not able to sell things, exhibitions बंद हो गए थे, all of this. So I need not share that in detail, but there was a urgent need to sell products online. And we are IT guys, so we were like, what do we do? So we created a brand new platform, and it was named megastores.com. So how it is different, today I'm gonna share how it is different than the rest of the e-commerce, basically, right? So there is always some chance of improvement, right? For sector to sector, like Nykaa is for cosmetics, Myntra is for all the apparels and everything. So megastores will have few things just focused on handicraft and handloom. Yeah. So we're gonna just go through that. Yeah. So this is just my journey of creating different products and services. So we're gonna talk about megastores today. We know that situation and Indian handicraft market is actually huge, but there are still many problems, and we have identified problems in like 4 different sectors. That is the reach, identity, benefit, and trust. रीच, आइडेंटिटी, बेनिफिट एंड ट्रस्ट। हमें सबको पता है क्या 4 प्रॉब्लम है, लेकिन 4 को हम 8 कर देंगे। 2 प्रॉब्लम कस्टमर के साइड में भी, माइक इज नॉट वर्किंग, एंड द आर्टिजन साइड में। तो आर्टिजन साइड में क्या इश्यूज है? व्हाट इज द रीच? Like they are not able to reach to the customers, they are not able to find the right market, right? That is their problem. Where do I sell? How do I automate it and things like that. Customer के side में क्या problem है reach का? How can they reach to the authentic handmade products, right? How can they find authentic products? That is customer's problem. The second thing is identity. One's identity is by your work, by your business card, by what you do. So artisan's identity is actually lost sometimes when you don't recognize them, that who made it. So there was a really beautiful video by this handloom mark thing, right? So there is a handloom mark. I would like to, I'm going to share a few more things at the end of the day. We need to even extend that. How about we create like a blockchain technology? Yeah. So when you scan a product, you not only know that it is authentic, you also can know that from where it has come from, which region it is, what raw materials it was, made of, and which artisan or which community has created this, right? So this entire value chain is what we need to create, and we can do that very easily with the use of technology. So artisan को recognize करना है, उनको उनकी आइडेंटिटी को ज़्यादा फैलाना है, so that we not only understand their authenticity, because बहुत आर्टिजन है अभी भी हैंडलूम के नाम पे दे आर सेलिंग मशीन मेड प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट? तो उसको कैसे हमें करना है, दैट इज आवर बिगेस्ट बेसिकली चैलेंज दैट वी वांट टू सॉल्व विद द यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी। कस्टमर के साइड पे भी दे आल्सो नो, अभी कस्टमर ही थे जो वीडियो में देख रहे थे कि भाई कौन सा हैंडलूम है कौन सा नहीं है, राइट? सेम वे हैंडीक्राफ्ट में बहुत सारा देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, सो दे वांट टू मेक श्योर दैट दे आर बाइंग फ्रॉम द राइट मेकर्स एंड द क्राफ्ट इज ओरिजिनल। थर्ड प्रॉब्लम इज बेनिफिट। बेनिफिट के इसमें क्या है कि एक्सपेक्टेड प्राइस, आर्टिजन्स को करेक्ट प्राइस चाहिए। आई मीन वी कैन नॉट नेगोशिएट, आई मीन दे डोंट वांट, बिकॉज़ उनके मार्जिन ही काफी थिन होते हैं, राइट? बट कस्टमर्स को भी ये फेयर प्राइस में चाहिए। आई मीन फॉर श्योर हैंडीक्राफ्ट, लोग बोलते हैं कि हैंडीक्राफ्ट इज फॉर द क्लासेस, इट इज नॉट फॉर द मासेस, राइट? वेरी फेमस कि 4000 का ये कौन दुपट्टा लेगा, आई मीन व्हाट इज इट, लोगों को पता नहीं है। सो अवेयरनेस तो हम क्रिएट कर ही रहे हैं, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम अगर वैल्यू चेन को इतना इंप्रूव कर दे विद द यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी कि जो प्राइस जो मार्जिन ऐड होते जा रहा है ना वो कम हो बीच में, एंड कस्टमर को भी फेयर प्राइस मिले। सो दैट इज द थर्ड वन, एंड द फोर्थ इज द ट्रस्ट फैक्टर। फॉर श्योर प्रॉपर कॉमर्स चैनल होना चाहिए, लाइक आर्टिजन्स राइट नाउ व्हाट्सएप पे, फेसबुक पे सेलिंग हो रहा है, लेकिन कभी कभी पैसा आ जाता है, माल नहीं पहुंचता है, कभी कभी पैसा माल पहुंच जाता है, पैसा नहीं आता है, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है। So there has to be a proper channel in which this transaction can happen. So everything can happen online. And this is the situation we all know ke handicraft and handloom sector after agriculture, it is the largest employer in the country. And we have seen so many artisans, but their average income is still less, monthly income. So we all need to work towards कि कैसे उसको हम अगर 5000 कमा रहे हैं तो 10000 कैसे कर सकते हैं, 15000 कैसे कर सकते हैं। And we can teach them कि क्या चीज आप कर रहे थे, क्या नया प्रोडक्ट आप कर सकते हो, मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, नया डिजाइन आपको सीखना होगा, निफ्ट का हमने देखा प्रेजेंटेशन में। तो ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स विल हेल्प, एंड अ लॉट ऑफ आर्टिजन्स एंड देयर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन आर क्विटिंग बेसिकली बिकॉज़ they don't find this field to be exciting. And other thing which I was just telling here to SVRR team कि everybody is working in silos in a way, right? अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम सारे काम कर रहे हैं तो एक मेगा स्टोर्स है, फिर एक कोई दूसरा है, हमारे बहुत सारे मार्केट प्लेसेस हैं, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एनजीओज आर वर्किंग, लॉट ऑफ इंडिविजुअल आर्टिजन्स खुद से सेल कर रहे हैं, लॉट ऑफ एमएसएमईज, लॉट ऑफ ब्रांड्स। बट अगर 10,000 चादर का ऑर्डर आ गया समझो यूएस से, तो कोई एक कर पाएगा क्या? नहीं हो रहा। ऐसे ही 500 प्रोडक्ट पिलो कवर बोल दिया कि मेरे को रातों रात मेरे को ये ऑथेंटिक एम्ब्रॉयडरी के पिलो कवर्स 500 चाहिए, कोई दे पाएगा क्या? नहीं हो रहा है। एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट फिर वो एक्सपोर्टर्स के पास जाते हैं और उनके पास बल्क में माल रहता है, जो ऑफ कोर्स कुछ ओरिजिनल रहते हैं कुछ नहीं रहते, और उनको फिर नॉट सो ओरिजिनल प्रोडक्ट पे सेटिस्फाई होना पड़ता है। तो ऑल नीड्स टू कम टुगेदर, एंड कोलैबोरेशन पे हमारे इसमें बात हुआ है कि एवरीबॉडी नीड्स टू कोलैबोरेट, एज इन के व्हाट एम आई डूइंग, व्हाट एम आई ऑफरिंग, एंड आप जैसा ऑफर कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे मे बी छत्तीसगढ़ में कोई कर रहा है, मे बी महाराष्ट्र में कोई कर रहा है, मे बी लेह लद्दाख में कोई कर रहा है. So all of this data needs to come online. तभी जाके people can search and can do things. So that is the main objective और उसके साथ में हमने मेगा स्टोर्स एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है. So will not go into the detail of it, but let's just say it is an online marketplace. So एक वेबसाइट है, you can go to megastores.com, मोबाइल एप्लीकेशंस है, बायर के लिए भी, सेलर के लिए भी. So sellers can actually sign up very quickly in minutes and they can upload their KYC document and within few minutes they can actually create their own store on our platform basically for free. And at the same time, all of these artisan stories. So we have not only created a simple 2D store, but I'm going to show you few features that all of this artisan, they can actually write their stories. प्रोडक्ट कैसे बना रहे हैं, प्रोडक्ट का क्राफ्ट क्या है, प्रोसेसेस क्या है. सो क्राफ्ट इन जनरल हैंडलूम का हमने बात किया, बट दीज आर ऑल डिफरेंट प्रोसेसेस में थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया देन इट बिकम्स डिफरेंट क्राफ्ट, राइट. So all of these things needs to go online because people are searching online those keywords, right keywords and everything. So we build these stories. So हमने जब शुरू किया, we started from Kutch, Gujarat. I'm from Kutch, Gujarat. So we started with 35 artisans. We visited all the villages and we onboarded them and we talked about their story. कि कोई आंचल बिजलानी है जो लेदर के प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं, कोई हमारे वीवर्स हैं वो अपने जो कैसे वो वीविंग कर रहे हैं, हमारे मिट्टी के जो कुंभार हैं वो कैसे क्ले वगैरह से टेराकोटा प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं. सारी स्टोरीज हमने ऑनलाइन डाल दी एंड पीपल फाउंड इट टू बी वेरी यूजफुल कि आई एम नॉट जस्ट बाइंग अ सिंपल प्रोडक्ट, बट ये प्रोडक्ट कहां से आ रहा है, कौन बना रहा है, कैसे बना रहा है. खाली फोन नंबर छोड़ के वी अपलोडेड एवरीथिंग. In fact, we started with adding phone numbers and people started calling and थोड़ा वो प्रॉब्लम होने लगा, but then we removed the phone number. But our goal is to tell the story. What is the craft all about? And we also took government portals help also, but there is a lot of documentation is available. So let's all clap for the government's initiative towards aggregating all of this data. That was really useful for us. But apart from that, जो भी आपको आजकल के ऑनलाइन मार्केट प्लेस में जो मिल रहा है सारा बेसिकली प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलेगा. सो यू हैव फॉर बायर मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन एंड वेबसाइट एंड फॉर सेलर आल्सो देयर इज अ प्रॉपर पोर्टल. सो ऑल ऑफ दिस क्राफ्ट स्टोरीज दैट वी टॉक्ड अबाउट. सो हम लोग फिजिकली उनको मिलने जाते थे. देन वी डिड टाई अप विद आईका, राइट, दिल्ली में जो है ऑल इंडिया क्राफ्ट एसोसिएशन, बिकॉज़ वो लोग भी सेम कर रहे थे कि दे यूज्ड टू वेरीफाई. सो मैंने कहा ना कोलैबोरेशन, सो हमारा कोलैबोरेशन हो गया. सो we initially used to go and verify के seller authentic है, but then after collaboration we have stopped doing that and we write all these stories. We have even added a augmented reality feature in the application, mobile application, although it's not too exciting for the artisan or the customers in a way, but आगे जाके it may be useful when people buy things in meta, in 3D and in VR and everything. थोड़ा ये earlier है, but there are a lot of craft products which you can actually see it on your table, on the floor, on your wall. So the AR feature is also there. We have built a social commerce. So this is really quickly I'll share. There are artisans को हमें they were not able to use technology, right? तो वो WhatsApp करना जानते थे. तो what we did is आप हमें WhatsApp करो, WhatsApp photos, WhatsApp your details and everything, and we automatically used to grab the data. Automatically, this everything happens on the fly, and उनके वेबसाइट खुद को खुद उस पे ऐड हो जाता है. So that is something that we did for the artisans. And आपका टेक्स्ट, इमेज, वीडियो सब कुछ आप WhatsApp से कर सकते हैं. We are able to populate their own store on Megastore. So when you go to megastores.com/ let's say आंचल बिजलानी, तो वहां पे जाएंगे. यहाँ पे श्रुजन है फॉर एग्जांपल, वेरी वेल नोन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो श्रुजन का पेज खुलेगा जस्ट लाइक अ फेसबुक पेज. And श्रुजन की स्टोरीज, उनके फाउंडर्स के बारे में and their products, everything you will be able to find under the same platform. So that is the Megastore social, and we have right now as we speak we have onboarded more than 500 plus sellers, GST registered sellers. So in turn we are connected with more than 5,000 artisans basically on the platform, and they are across 15 different states. So I'll not just go through all these items, revenue and all of this we can skip. Yeah, these are some numbers. We've been part of a lot of government initiatives. So we have done MOUs with the government. So I wanted to just share that part. तो हमने क्या किया कि we reached out to महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट, और यहाँ पे MSRLM करके महाराष्ट्र स्टेट रूरल लाइवलीहुड मिशन, उसका प्रोजेक्ट मिला था, उसमें हम कनेक्टेड थे. So they gave us 100 SHGs, we onboarded them and uploaded their products onto the platform. We even did a tie-up with government of Uttarakhand. वहाँ पे जाके ऐसे ही seminar. So like this seminar, so imagine 50, 100 artisans are there. We teach them what is e-commerce, why you need to sell online, all of the basic stuff. Pricing कैसे होना चाहिए आपका product का, photography कैसे करना है, कैसे आप फटाफट add कर सकते हो. So such training programs we have done like more than 50 training programs, and I have myself like this trained more than 2,000, 3,000 artisans. कि उनको ऑनलाइन सेलिंग कैसे कर सकते हैं उसके बारे में हमने ये किया. And of course when they come we say do you want to register, and we started onboarding them. And yes, something like this we have done tie-up with the Leh Ladakh sellers, government over there, Uttarakhand also, Maharashtra also, and Gujarat also. So all of these MOUs are there, and you can see some of the brand names as well. And we won the Himalayan Startup Challenge, which every year this challenge is organized in IIT Mandi. So it is one of the biggest basically startup competition. And IIT Mandi Catalyst program we are incubated under there also, and there were some other stories and videos, and these are some of the pictures. Like we try to make sure that we reach out to every single stakeholder in this particular entire value chain connected with the craft and everything. We even did like roadside advertisement, participated in a lot of competition and everything. So, and these are some of the training pictures I've just included. Like this training is in Ladakh, this is in, that one is for Maharashtra, this one is in Uttarakhand, like that. So what we are trying to actually do is that maximize the data collection, तो जिसमें artisans, उनके products, उनकी stories, सब कुछ platform पे आ जाए, and platform तो already बना हुआ है. So now for the customers we are creating a new feature which is called video commerce, which I don't have to show, which I don't have right now. But video commerce is artisan का same mobile application पे उनको एक बटन दे दिया है, you start it live, जैसे Instagram live कर सकते हैं, you all know Instagram live कैसे कर सकते हैं. ऐसे they can do mega stores live, and they can show the products and people can actually purchase it while the video is happening. So yeah, my time is up. That is what megastores.com is, and so that is with the mix of technology and the craft. We are trying to bring some change. Thank you so much.
I now request our next speaker, Bella ma'am, please to come up to the podium.
You are doing a fantastic job. The main issue in this sector, across the sector, Handloom and Khadi, the main issue is market. And you are providing the market to the Khadis. So I truly admire the work. Congratulations. It was really fantastic. I met you earlier also, but at that time you were just starting out or something, but amazing. This is what is needed in today's world. India's textile legacy is a vibrant mosaic, intricately woven through centuries of cultural expression, regional identity, and artisanal excellence. As the home to the world's largest community of skilled and unskilled handloom weavers, hand spinners, and textile artisans with so many other areas like dyeing, like finishing. They're all, our ecosystem preserves an extraordinary range of techniques that celebrate handcrafted products for their intricacy, creativity, and uniqueness. To me, this is not just India's heritage, this is world's heritage. Can you imagine? In US, it's one of the largest economy, and there are only 5,000 hand weavers left. And us, we are in crores. It's the way it has been, it's very loosely developed, or what I'd like to say is loosely organized.
are many, many more. What we need to do is, today in a digital era, grown by Surajji, we can do so much more, and which this platform has done. Share the stories, highlighting the skills, techniques and contributions. One of the things which is missing, I believe, is the standardization and evaluation of those skills. When one is talking about fair price, the price fair from which angle? The skills, at what level? There is one karigar, say for example, in Khadi, one karigar is earning 45 rupees an hour, and there are karigars in Bengal earning almost 300 rupees an hour. So what is the difference? Does the consumer know? Consumer awareness is, I applaud textile committee's ad which was shown, where the consumer awareness is focused upon, but we need more consumer awareness, where imagine that people don't even know the difference between handloom and machine-made garment or satin. It's the basic question which, these are basic issues which we are facing constantly, and I do believe that needs to be addressed. It's a fair price. Fair price according to the consumer, according to the karigar, and how many processes are involved in say for example, this is what normally I say in almost all my presentations. In cotton side, we employ 60 people from the farm to the end product. Whereas for a silk side, it's 80 people who are getting employment. Now, how do you find the standardization of each technology? Now, we have identified more than 300 different handloom technology. And this is just weaving technologies I'm talking about. Pre-loom stage, on-loom stage, post-loom stage. Depending on at which stage one is, one needs to be focusing on understanding, at least make sure that the consumer understands. So when they are buying, say for example, there is a patola, which is single weft patola, which will cost maybe at the most 10,000 rupees. And a double patola can cost almost 5 to 7 lakhs also. So what is it that is the difference? It is consumer awareness. Say for example, a stone carving from regular Orissa will cost maybe 500 to maybe 5,000. And then there are master karigars whose skills are amazing. Their statues are selling in crores. How in this area, how do we make sure that the per piece earning of the karigar is fair to the customer also and to the karigar also? Because if it is too expensive, consumer will not accept it. And if it is less expensive or reasonably priced, the karigar doesn't get enough. So we do need to address these problems and work on standardization of each and every process. This is what I would like to say. But as a call to action, what I would like to say is, go ahead. I was given 15 minutes. But anyway, I'm finishing it. Go ahead. I would like to say, as we celebrate 11th National Handloom Day today, let's honor the contribution of India's artisans and promote sustainable textile practices. For that, let us wear handloom, handcrafted, hand-dyed and khadi with pride and share our stunning looks on social media platforms. Let's promote sustainable fashion and support our artisans, ensuring continuation of our rich textile heritage. For that, I would like to offer you a few hashtags: handloom pride, khadi fashion, sustainable style, and there are many more which have been written in that book. So thank you very much, and I'm sorry to have taken extra time.
Thank you, ma'am. We have our next speaker, Dr. K.S. Muralidhara. He's a Joint Director, Textile Chemistry, Ministry of Textile and Government of India. He will be presenting to us Handloom Mark Scheme, a pathway to authenticity of handloom products.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. So, मुझे 8 मिनट दिया गया है। मैं 5 मिनट में कोशिश करता हूँ तो देखिए ये कोशिश करूँ। How many people know about handloom mark? If number of hands are more, I will 5 minutes, not 8 minutes. Many people fail enough. How many people know about brand India handloom? Good. So these are the two important schemes which are directly linking the viewers into the international market. So whatever we are speaking about the sustainability, ESG and all these things, traceability is one of the important factor. Where the poor viewer sitting in remote village don't have access to anything, finance, material, market, whatever it may be, he can get through all these things without any, any mediation or any intermediary directly to international market. So this is the scheme launched by Ministry of Textiles. Of course, Textiles Committee has been implementing these two schemes, particularly related to the handloom since 2006. So one of the scheme is the handloom mark scheme. It's a handloom mark. It will only pertain to handloom product. This is the mark. So as you know, I did not explain all these things because handloom, regarding the handloom production and all these things, what actually the handloom mark gives, it gives a collective identity to the product, that this product is handloom or made in handloom. This is a loom origin. It doesn't speak about the quality or the fiber origin. Like in the silk mark, it is given to the silk product. Like in your hallmark, the gold is given to the gold products or gold ornaments of particular purity. Like this, it is the handloom mark is given to the products are made exclusively on handlooms. So, it's to popularize the handloom product, give the guarantee for the buyer who is sitting in the modern malls or modern cities. They don't know where it is made, how it is made, but still they can connect to the viewer to the mark. How connected to the mark, I am not connected to the viewer, I will explain in this one. And also to provide a strong market linkage to the viewer for the domestic as well as international market, of uplifting the economic condition. This is one of the primary interests of this mark. This is the handloom mark. I think many people are at least seen this mark in product. How many people have bought any product having this mark? So I am not in a remote area, and thank you very much. So who can register? One point I would like to mention here: traders are not allowed to register. This mark is not given to trader. This mark is given to the viewer who is involved, of viewers or viewer societies, those who are involved in weaving or production activity, so that labels are not misused. That's the only primary. So this is the label, where it contains a logo as well as a small QR code. This QR code connects the viewer to the buyer, maybe nationally or internationally. So if you scan that label, you will get the information who has made the product. We can add a story also, but government has restricted to some important limit fields. We can make a story of the viewer and the QR code. Now it is being practiced. So this is anybody would like to get more information, they can visit our website hlm.gov.in. Here we have got right now 25,000. This was inaugurated by our Honorable Minister of Textiles in 2020. So right now we have got around more than 25,000 people, 25,000 entities. I'm not people, 25,000 entities have been registered under this one. So as our CEO, Mr. Karthik was telling, right now we have got 9,000 applications pending. This is the enormous interest shown by the viewers, particularly in northeastern state and even Jammu and Kashmir. People want to get themselves involved into the international or national market so that they can sell their product sitting from their comfort of their home. So more than 21 crore labels we have sold. 21 crore labels we have sold. This is the state-wise distribution. So we have also, of course, the government has taken a lot of initiative to market these labels through social media. One of the richest we got released from our honorable chief guest of the program. Through print media, we have given a lot of ad campaign. So what is my presentation? My idea of my presentation here to make you people understand what is the importance of this handloom mark activity. How this can relate that buyer to the manufacturer of the laborers, how their economic condition can be uplifted. Because when there is a demand from your side, of course there will be demand for the mark, and mark will be linked to the viewer, and viewers' economic conditions will get uplifted. So fee is only 50 rupees. Getting registration is only 50 rupees plus GST is 59 rupees. That's made online. No need to come to any office. You can sitting at your comfort of your home through your mobile. Just open hlm.gov.in. Go to online application. There are 3 categories: viewer category, society, and others. Others means not retailer. Others means that non-registered society, for example, self-help group, women's associations, anything like that. So for the organized things that like the society, or if you are an individual viewer, you can get registered yourself. So our people from our office will come and verify whether you are really doing the viewing activity, or whether you have got looms with you, what is the type of production, what are the how many people are involved, whether child laborers are involved or not. So based on that one, we will be issue the labels. So these are the form of the activity, promotional activity conducted. I think I have given justice to 5 minutes of my time.
Thank you so much.
This will give a linkage from viewer to international market. That's the only theme of the my project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for signing off also in the curated time. I call upon our next speaker, Dr. Hila Dedia. Of course, today is a special day where she also had a book launch. She's the founder of Anvesham Foundation. Today she'll be having a paper presentation of 2 of the papers. She will begin with impact study of handloom weaving by differently abled persons on manual leg pedal loom.
Hello all of you, and Priscilla, you can remind me also for my time.
I'll do that.
So the real heroes of this particular paper are Nitin bhai, please, I would like you to get up. These are the ones, and Rohit bhai, I forgot his name. Bharat bhai. Yeah, Ramesh bhai, sorry. Please get up. So these are the ones who are actually working with the differently able. And the master weaver, the one who is actually training. So this paper is dedicated to them. It's a case study. And as Sir just mentioned about we are talking about tags and labels. But who will get this label? That is also important. To understand which are the handloom fabrics, what comes under handlooms. So just as they were also under the understanding that they do not fall under handlooms, but I would say that they are very much in handlooms. Handloom is a category which does not use power. That is the differentiation. Anything that is done manually at the weaving stage comes under handloom. So this is an impact study of the handloom weaving by the differently abled persons. They are using the manually leg pedal loom. And this organization, of course, is long, started in 1965 by late Nandini Ben Divechia. Her entire family is in there, and these are the caretakers of the trust. And even today, from 9 to 5, you have these mentally challenged adults who visit their institution. They come by bus, go by bus, back by bus, and they weave. They do many other things also, stitch and other things, dyeing, printing. But this is a skill which they really enjoy. They love to weave. So, of course, they started very small with only 5 trainees and 2 borrowed sewing machines in a small balcony flat near Congress Home. But today they have got 3 centers, one at Tardev, that is where Nitin Bhai and Ramesh Bhai are. And they also have 2 other centers in Vasai, one in Vasai and one a little away from Vasai, Virar, not Vasai. So totally 75 participants, adults they have in Tardev and about 50 in those 2 centers. So basically what is their vision is to create, to give them a skill so that they can get empowered, they can become self-reliant and to increase their confidence, their self-esteem. This was the idea. So they wanted to give them different choices and that's how they have been doing. I just thought I will talk a little on this training. We have experienced staff like you have the master weaver here who trains them for almost 6 months and it is not easy to train them. And once they are trained, they like to do that work. They really enjoy it. And of course, besides that, they are also training them for many other things. These are those adults who cannot be exposed to electricity. They have to be away from electricity. So this is something which is really suitable to them. And the products, you can just pick out these products. Some of the products are there outside, but some of the products are here. And they are all hand woven. They are all hand woven. There are no shuttles, so the weft is not passed by hand. The weft is so adapted, the bobbin is so adapted it can work through the leg pedal. So the leg pedal is operating and the bobbin is being passed. So they have done this adaptation more than 50 years back for the looms. And the raw materials that is used for asanas is the wool and cotton for many other products. And again, they are getting that same cotton from the same mill for the past more than 50 years. So they have kept their contact, their entire establishment is very well settled. As I said, the beneficiaries really find it maybe they find it very meditational. I also went several times, I've seen them. They just enjoy when they're doing. So probably it's a state of meditation for them. So all these products have very good quality. If you look at the quality of the, you can just pass it on. The products are of very good quality. They include kitchen napkins, mats, towels, doormats, many other products, and the quality is really good. Another good thing is that these adults, the differently abled adults, are also trained for marketing. So the idea that they go for exhibitions is also to close that cycle so that they meet the consumers and they are able to market their products directly. Some of them, not all, but some of them also know how to do the accounts, how to calculate. So it's an entire process. And of course there are many companies, many industries who are also taking goods. My idea of presenting over here was, in case you are doing any gifting to anyone, you can definitely pick up some pieces from them. They are at Tardev, very close to the Tardev station. And some of you all who would like to work with them for design development, you can help them. But I would just like to also add over here, the profit margins that they have is very minimal. Their whole idea is to just continue the cycle of making and selling. And that's one thing that I wanted to just add. So these are the handlooms where the trainees find it a very meditative process. You can see them. Is it clear? Yeah. And And some of these products which you can see them also. Yes, Priscilla, just last slides. The napkins, the handkerchiefs, these are just few, and of course they have a lot of tailoring products also. They tailor them into some aprons, bags. You can see one of the adult who's working with them, showcasing his product, who's stitching a bag. And this is the loom. These are the fabrics, very simple fabrics. I found that they're really doing very meaningful work. This was just a glimpse of what they really do. To know more, you need to visit it. So I'm just presenting a small note also on the woven textiles of Kutch. It's a land from where my roots are, and I've been working with the weavers and the dyers, printers in Kutch for the last more than 30-40 years, and I find that it's a very good art. The product no doubt is very good, but the entire process is very good. You see the women, the men, the children, the smallest child also involved in the work. And this also has the GI mark that we have been discussing since morning, but it is termed as a Kutch shawl. And this has got the GI mark long back in 2011. It's got it for all the villages. There are more than 35 villages right from Adoi to Naran Sarovar, if you know the entire belt of Kutch there. And of course, the most popular that you would have heard is Bujori, because it's just 5 to 8 kilometers from Bhuj. And there are 4 Vankar communities, and now of course they've all got merged. There's a lot of intercaste marriages and all that, so it's got different. But if you look at the history of 1,000 years back, they've traveled from, much before 1,000 years, they were from Afghanistan, traveled to Rajasthan, lived there for many centuries, and then came to Kutch. And these are the Rabaris, and these are the Meghwals, the weaver community, what we call as Vankar. And the history says that they came to Kutch, basically from Rajasthan, where the girls used to marry and come to Kutch. So they were given as a gift to the girl who was getting married. So a weaver and a cobbler used to travel with every girl who got married. And so that relationship which was there between them, she would give them food grains, give them milk products, help them. And there was barter system in any case, so they used to, they were very good at healing, so they would do the medical things. They were like a security to those girls and the families. So this relation between the Meghwal and the Rabari community continued in Kutch and continues today. Although due to earthquake and many other things, a lot of things have got changed, the scenario has changed. However, see, this is the traditional use. You can see the dabras or the shawls that we call. Originally they were made of white with black design, but now you can see many other colors also. The bubble tree used to give the black color and the lac used to give the red, but today you see mixed of colors. This is one of the married women who's wearing that black choli, odmi, what we call as jodi, and she's also wearing a joro, that is a flared skirt. This is the, and you can see the her entire headgear, that is the jodi or the odmi. You can see the border, it's so intricately woven. Similarly, the headgear of the man is in white, but you can see the light border which is there. This, the men used to weave it after their wedding. So these they used to wear made of wool throughout the year. So these are the traditional wear of Kutchi clothes which were made of kala cotton. There was a time when kala cotton was stopped, especially during the British invasion. A lot of cotton went, it stopped, a lot of mill-produced fabrics came to India. And of course now in the last 50 years again there is a revival, kala cotton is again being done. These are the contemporary versions of the Kutchi weaving, where silk is also incorporated. And of course the wool also from sheep is also used. Generally women used to be involved with the spinning and men used to be involved with the weaving. And they focus this entire community in Bujori, or the weavers. Within their family they have that arrangement where some are focusing on weaving, dyeing. So they have a lot of yarn dyeing processes. You can see you must have been knowing Naresh Siju. And Samji Siju, all of you all may be knowing him. He's a very popular national artisan who was the first awardee in Kutch to get the President Award. This is Naresh's cousin of Samji Bhai. And Kedar Bhai and Vishram Bhai are real brothers. Both of them have got several national awards. So these are the idea of bringing this is that these small dyers are struggling with the indigo pit. The models that they use, you can see, if you read the names, you will understand not all the models that they're using are eco-friendly. We tried to do several workshops with them and the struggle still continues. So the modeling of the yarn, this is King Arve, and you can see the traditional coloration. I wanted to show you, there are several motifs which I'm not focusing, it's all there in the book. Yeah, these are the very popular dabras. I wanted to show you some of the visionary weavers. Yeah, you can see this Naresh's son, who's in school, is also involved in dyeing. So we can see the entire family, grandmother, mother, child, grandchild, everyone is involved in it. So this is the large pit of Samji Bhai, who is a visionary family. They do experimentation on a lot of good colors and good models, eco-friendly models, because Samji Bhai himself travels internationally, is aware of sustainability and the need for it. But that is not so with all the artisans. So there is a lot of work that can be done, especially there are also students here, PhD scholars sitting here. There is an area of work that can be done. And these, for example, this family that I'm speaking about, you can also see there is a difference in the kind of weave. Like this is the intricate weave that is produced by this particular family and several other good families, the ones who are doing good work. And of course, the earthquake drought has changed the entire social fabric of the weaving community. Yes, just the last one. A lot of NGOs got into after the earthquake to help the artisans. We as an ULDP also went, as our own college also, we all went forward. But however, there is still a vast disparity among the two ends of the artisans. On one hand, we have artisans who are traveling internationally, who maybe on Kailash's online portal, they are getting all the exposure in cities, but on the other hand, there are artisans who do not have their daily bread also to feed to their family. So we have a responsibility towards these artisans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now call upon our next speaker, Mr. Nishant Matre, Managing Trustee and Chairman, Leela Matre Pratishthan. This paper presentation is titled Handloom Becomes the Important Tool of Leela Matre Pratishthan's Self-Reliant Mission for Physically Challenged Persons.
Also thank the organizer, and Neena madam also for giving the opportunity.
So you have to hold the mic for the
to give me the opportunity for this presentation. Friends, I got a message saying that time is 7 minutes yesterday. Today someone told me it is increased to 9 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Increased by 1 minute. But I will restrict to 5 minutes. Only the message should go to you. That is my main intention of this presentation. I have taken 7 months to develop this machine, and I have to cover it in 7 minutes, which will be giving advantage for 7 decades coming further. So let me first mention that handloom itself have two separate words, hand and loom, and we all know these are going together. We cannot separate them. For last 68 years, there was no hand on the loom. And for last 10 years, I hope we got a very good hand on the loop, and Handloom got a very good interest. I hope what I want to convey to you, you have got to it. Our Prime Minister has taken very main interest last 10 years, and we are getting a very good leverage for handlooms. So hand is very important in handlooms, and handloom cannot go without hand. Lot of developments we have seen in handlooms, like power loom, shutterless loom, automatic loom. You know, we have seen one thing, that the man went away from the machine while this development. In handloom, man is always with the machine. Man cannot go away from the machine. Otherwise, machine will not work. But in power loom, automatic loom, shutterless loom, today we see in many European countries, people are sitting in the office and the machines are working. So the technology has taken man away from the machine. If you see the main process, the importance goes with raw material, machine and human being. They should be together. Then only you will get a good product. But this is where the technology is going. Anyway, so handloom itself is not having any technology. First of all, I should clear it. I am very longly associated with handloom since last 48 years. Throughout my tenure, right from Bombay Dyeing, then Vitra, then Itama. Before that, I was with some NGO. But I have seen there is no technology with handloom. The artisan plays a vital role. Now it is our role. See, we have seen lot of revolutions coming right from industry revolution, IT revolution, and today we are in social revolution. And there the handloom got an importance. So we have also seen 2.0 industry, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and now we are coming to 5.0. What is 5.0? Again, coming back to human being. So handloom is going to get a very good stage. That is why I said 7 decades. You have to wait and see what I have to develop. Now let me go. If you see handloom, it is healthy. A man sitting on handloom, weaver, he doesn't have to go to gym. He doesn't have to go to medicine, because he is always working and he is always giving his exercise. So it is healthy. Handloom, if you see Indian fashions, I had a very good opportunity to go to Tuscany and represent India for fashion. Fashion is not my skill at all. But I made a very important statement. Indian fashion is a continuous fashion. If you see Indian saris, you don't cut. What is cut is not a fashion. And this is what Indian fashion is. We don't produce more, we don't waste more. And if you see in handloom, we are doing the same thing. If you go to auto loom, if you go to shutterless loom, you get a fringe salvage. You produce extra, it has to be stored, it has to be wasted. Then the problem of recycling again comes. And who will do this recycling? So we have to think all of this. Now coming to backward integration of any machine has a backward and forward integration. If you want to strengthen your machine, you have to go to backward integration. I am from textile industry, from engineering industry. I always tell importance to my members who are from textile engineering industry. Backward integration is very, very important. And you should go to machine route to make your industry very strong. But in handloom, there is lot of scope to go to backward integration to give strength to the handloom design. For what? When you go to the forward integration of handloom, there is a saturation. We have seen lot of marketing. We are struggling to promote and market our handloom product. Why not we go for something different, innovative? Why not we introduce the technical textile, engineered textile on handloom? We have to bring. We can go technical textile on handloom, and handloom will get its more fast visibility in the industry. So there we are keeping handloom away. This we have to try. I am also experimenting at one place where technical textile can be woven on handloom. Now coming to my presentation, I just quick up. I am from today. I am not a director general of ITMA. I am a what you call managing trustee of my trust, Leela Madri Pratishtha, and self-reliant mission for physically challenged person. was my main motto of this trust and vision. If you see the previous slide, handloom when goes beyond to textile community as a self-reliant tool. So handloom we don't restrict to textile community. We have to see in different communities which are there available in our world. Handicap, or you can say disabled, or you can say physically challenged. How you can involve physically challenged community in this? Handloom weaving plays a vital role. I don't want to speak on this. You are knowing better than me. By supporting handloom, consumers contribute to livelihoods and artisans. Now, though handloom machines had been undergoing regular modification towards increasing productivity and improving the quality of fabric produced, the concept of disabled person operating such machines was unheard of. Why handloom was selected for my project? Handloom operation is safe for physically challenged person. Handloom doesn't require electric power, and so it is welcome in rural areas also. And still today, certain textile products are known as handloom products for their identity. After the development of prototype, we demonstrated precise productivity levels and earning potentials for people with different kinds of disabilities. There are various types of disabilities. The people are there in the universe. Demonstration of the working model was displayed at Samarthya exhibition in 2004, long back, at Patna. And this is what we have developed. If you see, this is the right hand side. There are two types of disabled which we have chosen. Those who are not having two legs and those who are not having one hand and two legs. So this was the product which was produced for those who are not having two legs but one hand. Here, one hand is very important in handloom. You all know if there is a war break, he has to go and get it through hand only. So this is the side picture. This again, it is a handle loop, we can say. And I have used a simple physical applied mechanics in this machine, which is, this is, we have woven a pancha, what is called in south, the towel, and it was comfortably woven by a physically challenged person. This is again what do you call, let of the handloom. The handloom was chosen for the national award. We got a national award for this from Dr. Abdul Kalam. And we also got a Helen Keller Award for this from Chidambaram, that time Finance Minister. And realizing the importance, one minute I'll take. I developed a trust. It is a charitable trust, Leela Matre Pratishthan, in the name of my mother, Leela, who was a very devotee for the services to the needy. The mission followed by a number of seminars, workshops and gatherings of physically challenged persons at Malegaon, Shirol, many other places in Maharashtra. It is still continuing, and this is what we took the handloom to the Vigyan Bhavan, demonstrated to Dr. Kalamji. We also donated one handloom at Malegaon, which has been inaugurated at the site. And now coming to concluding why handloom, we should look at handloom as a user-friendly, eco-friendly, environment-friendly and family-friendly. There is a scope for improvement of handloom to make it further user-friendly for smooth operation of viewer by taking ergonomics design. Again, environmental friendly to reduce noise impact by metallurgical, some modification we can make, and eco-friendly running engineered textile, what I have rightly mentioned just now. Thank you for giving me a second opportunity and allow me for taking 1 or 2 minutes from
No,
you.
thank you, Mr. I now call upon our next speaker, Ms. Afreen Begum, Senior Scientific Officer at Bombay Textile Research Association. Her paper presentation is titled Sustainable Dyeing of Hand-Woven Khadi Fabric.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Afreen Begum, working as a Senior Scientific Officer at Bombay Textile Research Association. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy National Handloom Day. Further meeting on my topic, I will give a brief review on sustainable dyeing of hand-woven khadi fabric. What is basically khadi? Khadi is a hand-spun, hand-woven fabric. This is the artisanal heritage handloom textile. Entirely, it is a handcrafted process. It is the word khadi derived from the word khadar. Khadi is a hand-spun, hand-woven handloom. It's become one of the most symbol of India's freedom struggle. Unlike mill fabric, khadi bear a testament of Indian heritage and demonstrates that gold is truly gold. The production of khadi is very hard-working process, taking the environment into consideration, and it has a very minimal effect on the environment. It is totally eco-friendly product. Since the whole the process making of khadi fabric is done by hand, from spinning to weaving. So, as we all know, that the wet processing part of textile is used extensively, huge number of chemicals. So, it has a very bad impact on our habitat and ecology, since it is most polluting industry. So, what we are thinking, we just to reduce the impact on our atmosphere, we replace the natural dye, the synthetic dye, as natural dye works well with the natural material of khadi fabric. Again, natural dye does not have the direct sustainability with the fabric. We need a mordant. The mordant is a bridging material which acts as a bridging material between the fabric and the dyes. So, mordant with rare earth salt is a new concept, as they are found to be non-hazardous, eco-friendly, and thus sustainable. Why non-hazardous? We have it is even the quantity of rare earth mordant required to get the desired result required 10 times less than the conventional models. The conventional models like alum, ferrous sulfate, stannous chloride, thus directing towards the less equivalent load. Thus the use of rare earth mordant has good aspect in natural dyeing of khadi. Wash and light fastness of dyed khadi are also very encouraging. So for sustainability, what is sustainability? Sustainability is to provide the need of present generation without compromising the ability of future generation. So replacing synthetic dye with natural dye is one step towards attaining sustainability. These are the natural dyes we worked on, the 14 types of dyes we worked on, and these are the 6 rare earth salt we used as a model. Ferrous sulfate, cerium nitrate, lanthanum chloride, lanthanum carbonate, yttrium oxide, and yttrium chloride. These are the samples we got after dyeing. These are the surveys, and these are the color palette of matter. Only by replacing the type of mordants we get the different types of colors. By modernity, type of modernity. One's pre-modernity and the post-modernity. So from the result we got that the light and wash patterns also improve by using aerosols, and this is the first time, as already said, that use of rare earth salt as a mordant. Why we got a better light and wash pattern? As the effective coordination of oxygen ligands and the majority of natural dye processes are oxocenters. It's the oxo-friendly center, and that are particularly suitable for chelation with the aerosols. Thus, it provides effective binding sites for aerosols, and in turn, the color moiety is improved. From the picture, we can see that one aerosol binds 2 or 3 number of dye molecules. Again, it can bind with the form of bridging material with the chelation site of the fabrics. From the result, from the color value, the color depth value, CIE lab value of dyed fabric, we have seen there is a considerable increase in K by S values from the control sample. That control sample where we have not used any modernity, and then the light fastness of the samples are also improved. Hence, one can conclude that the use of rare earth salt as modern for natural dye does give a very good fastness property of khadi. So, here I conclude that the method of natural dyeing has improved significantly when traditional modern was substituted with aerosols, like rare earth metal salt. The new models improved the dye uptake, the dye searches, fastness quality were improved, and the customer only needs the fastness. If you either after dyeing, if the fabric bleeds, then the customer won't find it interesting and won't take it. So fastness property is very important for the consumers. So as we are using it 1/10 times than the conventional models, so there is a less pollution in wastewater body, because new aerosols only utilizing 1/10 original amount. Aerosols has made a significant improvement in the fastness property, as already discussed, by utilizing its unique chelation properties. So overall, it is found that the combined effect of natural dyes with aerosols was contributed.
Special thanks to the speaker who's finished it within the time span. Calling upon our next speaker.
Without a reminder.
Yeah, without a reminder, yes. Thank you once again, Aarti. Calling upon our next speaker, Ms. Tara Pandya. founder of Duda Creations, visiting fashion faculty as well. Paper presentation titled Bloom to Luxury, celebrating the legacy of handloom on National Handloom Day.
Also, happy National Handloom Day to all of us present here, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my article and share my views, my experiences with the handloom and how I am taking or doing my bit of things with the handloom. So I'll share a little experience of mine, and I only have 3 to 4 slides where I just noted down some pointers. But with the handloom, I have a very different experience. Like when I was a student and I was just into my schooling days. So all my teachers used to take me to places where handlooms or Indian art, craft and textiles were appreciated much more. So what happened is when they used to buy things, we were very rough on our pockets, right? So we used to think कि हम ये afford नहीं कर सकते, हम ये नहीं ले सकते, हमारी pocket money उतनी नहीं है where we can buy all of these things. So what we did is from that period of time, I had this thing that I want to make something in handloom which is for everybody. Like nobody has to think twice. Maybe it's from 50 rupees to maybe going to 50,000 or 5 lakh or whatever. So during the process, first I wanted to gain some experiences. So through teaching, through my students learning, through my learning in my academics and everything, I came up with a brand called Duda Creation, where it represents something which is done surface ornamentation with the handloom. So that is my main motto. Now what I do is, while doing a lot of making or designing collections and all of those things, I had observed that a lot of people are doing the handloom part, the karigars or the masters whom they give it for tailoring. For them, the tailors doesn't know what the handloom they are cutting and whatever waste they are throwing off is how much expensive or the value of it, because local tailors don't know, right? If you are going to some high niche designers, they will be knowing कि इसकी value क्या है. But if you go to local tailors, the people who buy from the normal exhibitions or flea markets, they give to the local tailors where they are just throwing off the side cutouts of the waste. So what I did is I collected all of those tailors who don't know the price or the awareness of the handloom, and I did a little bit of cheating where I didn't tell them that it's handloom, and I bought all of those chindis from them, and I started making jewelry products where somebody on my stall, so I put up an exhibitions and all. So somebody on my stall is coming to buy the product, they should not feel that it's not for me. So I want to be inclusive of all the strata of classes and people, and that is how the Dudas came. So if you see my jewelry also, it's been made by me. So right now I don't have any cardigans or anybody right now with me. Once my brand is little upscale and I have enough of investment, where I'm able to pay people, because I know the labor work which we go through in India especially. So I don't want any free work from anybody. Everybody should get paid for what they are doing, and laborious work, because all of these things need lot of patience. And the designs and all of those things which we research is so like, once I think of this today and the next day I see it on the Instagram or I see it in the market. So it's so fast. So that is my main motto, that whoever comes, even for 50 rupees. So I have like small earrings with handloom fabric where they are able to buy. The small girls, they come, they don't know. And also I'll share one more experience which I had. When initially I started putting up exhibitions, what used to happen is I was very frigid about whether I should put handloom products only or not. So I put both the products, like little bit of imitation types also, and the handloom fabrics or sustainable jewelry as well. What happened is, I was also a little awestruck by it, that the whole handloom collection was sold out, and only imitation part nobody touched also. So when we talk about awareness, there are people who understand. It's just that it's not going to the local people who are the middle class people, or they are aware but they are not able to afford it. So these are the two things which I have observed over the years, over my experience. So I am doing my part of it, like whatever I can do. And I hope that my brand goes very high, and someday I will go through it. So quickly, So quickly, I just go to the pointers. So fast fashion, now people have started coming to slow fashion. So पहले ऐसा था कि there was a trend where there was a lot of impulsive buying, a lot of e-com coming into picture, and there are a lot of people who are just ordering and buying, wearing it, returning it. No artisans are getting credit for it, nothing. So now after COVID, it has happened that everybody has understood the value of basics, necessity, where they are not buying much of the products now, because they have understood the value of money, that they have to preserve some money on the side so that during the times of days like that, they are able to manage. Now people have started having slow fashion, adapting slow fashion, where they are going to minimalistic, like having one choli but multiple saris, having one sari but multiple cholis, by doing hairstyles, by grooming differently and all of those things. There are a lot of rentals which have come up, which I appreciate a lot. Some people think that rentals are not like, why should you wear somebody else's garment? But that's one of the way for sustainability as well, where in few fields we need to take more, we need variations. Like if I'm wearing this sari today, I cannot go with the same sari another event. We also have to maintain our professionalism that way as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of scope for entrepreneurs, budding designers, small flea markets, whether they're putting stalls, they are putting some, there are a lot of, especially if you go to BKC flea market, Geo flea market, they are putting stalls with artisans, where you can make your customized handbag and all of those things. So that is really appreciated. So focus should be depth over the display. These are like my mottos which I focus when I'm making any of my products. Process over the product, impact over the impulsive, and international runways over the street. So you should always aim for all the depth of the handloom, the process through which it goes and it reaches you, and international runways and over the street. Thank you.
Thank you, Dara. I call upon our next speaker, Mrs. Vibhuti Kedekar, PhD scholar, assistant professor at College of Home Science, Nirmala Niketan. Paper presentation titled Room to Lifestyle, the role of linen, cotton blends in Khadi sustainable evolution.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Wishing everyone a very happy National Handloom Day. It's a very special moment because I have my guide in front of me, my head of the department in front of me, experts whom I have learned, experts from the industry, and also my students. So it's a special moment for me. So this particular topic, this is very special, and it's a part of my PhD project. I come from a family where my grandfather and grandmother both belong to the KVIC family way back in 1980. So my grandfather used to wear a crisp cotton khadi shirt every day, and that khadi culture was in my house since childhood. So when I got into textiles, that was one of the reasons to come into textiles, and then I wanted to do something in khadi. So when I enrolled for my PhD, I wanted Dr. Delia to be my guide. So this paper is me and Dr. Delia together. So she told me that, Karli, what you have in your mind? So I gave my ideas. So she said, okay, don't worry, just do it. So this is what we have done over the past so many years in my PhD. This is what I have developed in khadi. These are just samples. And out of these 12 samples which I have developed, I am just presenting 2 over here. So it's a huge project and multiple things which are done, but these 2 are also very important. Now khadi, as everybody has seen since this afternoon, that khadi is only cotton, silk and wool and the blends of these. When I started with my project, I did not want to use the conventional fibers. So we wanted to go a little out. So the fibers which I wanted to use, which were never explored in khadi, one of them is linen. So now we have developed khadi, cotton and linen and different blends and permutation combination to make sure that which blend suits best for different end uses. So my title is Loom to Lifestyle, the role of linen cotton blends in Khadi's sustainable evolution. It's me and my guide, Dr. Leela Redia. Now, introduction, as I've already mentioned, Khadi has got immense potential, and we are here to only explore that. Since afternoon, we have been hearing about Khadi and its history, and since when it started, why it started. And I think Khadi has got a lot of scope and a lot of future. And we are speaking about awareness, consumer awareness about handlooms amongst consumers. One of the objectives when we started our PhD, my PhD project, was to make the younger generation aware about Khadi. Because fortunately I came from a background where my grandfather showed me every day what Khadi is. But the current generation, or maybe when I started my project, students did not know, or the current generation did not know what Khadi is. So to give them something which is already there in the other stereotypical power loom sectors, or the fibers which are there, the so-called brands which offer them a linen shirt. I think me and Dr. Redia wanted to show the world that no, Khadi can also do it. So this is just one particular aspect of the project where we wanted to bring the natural regenerated fibers also in Khadi and check the potential of it. Now the objective here in this particular paper which I have taken is I have taken two blends. One is linen cotton 55-45 ratio and one is linen cotton 30-70 ratio. I have the samples, I'll show it to you all a little later. Here also when we are doing PhD, of course there are certain parameters of testing which you have to do to check whether which fabric has got what properties. Subsequently we can decide its end use. Now first a little introduction, also a little background. The entire project was done at Udyog Bharati Gondal, which is in Gujarat, and the spinning part, the entire yarn spinning is done by women spinners on Ambar Charkha, and the weaving part is done by the male weavers. So it was very important for us to bring them into the project, and I take immense pride to tell that yes, जो धागा बना है वो women, one of our spinners, she was 84 years old. I remember, I still have her photograph. Healthy, absolutely hale and hearty. Why? Because she was spinning on the Ambar Charkha. So that was extremely, it's very nice to know that full time there are these women who have made this entire bunch and the entire fabric. इसमें औरतों का हाथ है in terms of the warp and weft, and then there are male weavers who have made the fabric. It took approximately 2.5 years for us to make the fabrics because pandemic आ गया था तो बहुत delay हो गया था. Now the as I mentioned this, now certain testing parameters obviously थोड़ा technical है, but grams per square meter, air permeability very important, कि whether the fabric is breathable, not breathable, comfortable है या नहीं, weight कितना है, etc. etc. Tensile strength, fabric stiffness, drape coefficient, visual aesthetics and hand feel. These are the results, okay, where blend A is 55-45 linen and cotton, and 30-70 again linen cotton. When you see the fabrics, you will understand that the first blend, which has got a linen composition a little higher, is very, the GSM is high, the air permeability is medium, the drape coefficient percentage is 73.1, the tensile strength is higher because higher linen, and as you know, texture is crisp and structured, hence the aesthetic appeal is more related to formal wear. Of course, the PhD project has got the next step of processing, which is natural dyeing, which I have not included in this paper. This is only the pre-testing part of the fabrics. Subsequently, blend B, if you see, just because the linen percentage here is 30-70, cotton is a little more, so obviously the air permeability is a little high, drape coefficient is 63.3. It's a moderate tensile strength, soft flowing and casual and minimal. These are the reference pictures. Okay, if you can see comparatively, you will see that difference between linen, cotton and linen cotton, different blends. Later on, when whosoever wants to see the fabrics, I'll definitely love to show. And sustainability highlights, we wanted to focus on that sustainability aspect where Amber Charkha is included, where it's hand spun and hand woven, so very low energy use. And linen, as everybody knows, okay, has got lower water footprint, and cotton is a biodegradable fabric. So the combination works very well in terms of sustainability also. And this particular, the first objective, along with awareness, we also wanted to create more opportunities, employment opportunities for the weavers and spinners by increasing the demand from the consumer end. So when the consumers know that, okay, khadi has also got fibers like linen, I wouldn't mind wearing a khadi linen shirt. Subsequently, it gives people the opportunity to spin more and weave more. So it's all interconnected, and let's see how it goes. And slow fashion, everybody speaking about those things. I'm not repeating much. We have also tried to focus on the sustainable development goals, and 3 of the goals are responsible consumption and production, decent work and economic growth, and climate action. This is very important because all of us are working towards, and there are many other goals also which are touched upon in bits and pieces, but these are the 3 primary goals which my study talks about. So I hope that the project goes ahead in terms of linen, khadi and the other fibers which we have taken into consideration, and the khadi sector, okay, grows in leaps and bounds with the new inventions and introductions. Thank you so much. Sorry, 30 seconds more. I would like to thank all the spinners and weavers without whom this project wouldn't have been possible. My guide, Dr. Ila Dedia, my department, my HOD, Dr. Pratima Goel is also here, and my principal, my management of Nirmala Niketan Institute, and all my students who are here. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I now call upon our speaker, Dr. Manjula Bhatt. She's a director of Vaitarna. The paper presentation titled Geographical Indication Tags.
Now the whole, because this particular gathering, I think how many of you actually know about GI? Yes, very few. Less than half of you. Okay, so GI stands for what? I'll be pushing on some of the slides. So GI in handloom, geographical indication, भौगोलिक संपदा, हम जहाँ के हैं वहाँ पे वो चीज होती है. And the first GI tag, I come from Bengal. I'm a Marwari from Bengal. Okay, so Darjeeling tea was the first GI which was given, and I still drink only Darjeeling tea because what happens, we get used to. Right, your childhood, you are trained, and I have been very lucky born in Kolkata because that's where the culture went in. Long time back I remember, like when we saw the natural fiber consumption, it was more on the east side. Okay, so towards the west, I came from Kolkata in 77 to study here at Masters, in SLET, and I tell you, it was the biggest cultural shock for me. Because at home, back home, even our maids used to wear silk and cotton. And here at the university, I saw even professors wearing synthetics. So that was the first thing which I felt very upset. I almost was leaving. The third day I packed my bags and I told the principal कि मुझे नहीं पढ़ना है यहाँ पर. Because ये पढ़ने के लिए मैं नहीं आऊँगी. That's the thing. So Mrs. Nubut Patwa, she was my principal. Now she's no more. She still remembered me. Okay, that girl from Kolkata जो trunk लेके वापस जा रही थी. Okay, so that was the whole thing. So handloom is now, we are, I'm very proud that now today we are celebrating National Handloom Day. So it is thanks to, I'm not a political person, but thanks to Modi ji who started this. Because, I have been very conscious of this. Because secondly, my father said, to study at Vanastali Vidyapith. How many of you have heard about Vanastali? Vanastali, even today I believe there is a habitual use of khadi. You have to wear khadi only to be in the campus. On campus, as student faculty, we wear only khadi. So that's why, if you get used to. And I have a very different opinion, maybe one against all. It's not for the karigar that you need to wear handlooms. If you are used to wear handlooms, you cannot wear silk. If you are used to wear natural fibers, okay, you cannot wear polyester, you cannot wear silk. And that's why when I started my PhD way back in 87, Silkot my guidance, this so Dr. Munshi asked me, what do you want to work with? The rookies had just started wearing blouses. Okay, so sari blouse में polyester आता था. I used to go with the next stage to buy my blouses. इसमें polyester है कि नहीं? And the moment when you see the matchstick dress in madam आपको दूसरा निकलता. So what happens if you are used to wearing it? If you are used to, and the first time I remember I got it to Chandan and Shras Organization Children, 98 I went there. The first time I picked up a vegetable rice packet. So when you wore a vegetable rice, it was airy. So if you get used to, you get used to. It's for your sake, you need it. Customer needs handloom, then only handloom is available. Karyot पे एहसान करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. I wear handloom because I can't wear anything else. So आप लोगों को खुद को ये इनकलकेट करना है अपने में, अपने बच्चों में, अपने फैमिली में कि हाथ का बना हुआ चीज आप पहनोगे तो पता चलेगा. And I'll take the same opportunity to invite you all tomorrow. In fact, ma'am is going to be there. Dr. Ella is also going to be there. We have a 3-day craft fair. In fact, these artisans are coming for that craft fair. So I picked up 12 dresses. So, like we are going to, Lalita Puri is going to come. Om Puri Foundation. I think all of you have seen Susman film. There is a film by Shyam Benegal. Okay, he made a film Susman, and please just search the name. Okay, so 75 years of Om Puri. Om Puri worked as a weaver. Okay, and Ramulu weaver from Pochampalli, he was sent to Paris during Festival of India during 80 to 83. The film was made in 87. Okay, and it's almost like a tribute to a handloom weaver. A master weaver going to Paris, and what is his lifestyle? Om Puri went and stayed in that weaver's house, and he actually wove. He learned weaving, and he wove a fabric almost 22 meters, and he gave to people. शबाना जी उनकी वाइफ थी, उन्होंने उनको दिया, श्याम बेनेगल की वाइफ को दिया. So that's the handloom kind of a thing, you know. So we will be having a discussion on that, and please, I would request you all to see that film. Then you will understand what exactly you feel. Kabir was a weaver. Okay. So, yes. So coming back to my main topic. So handmade. So handloom textiles is India's gift to the humanity. And this is what, because when I came to study here, we used to have a weaver from Weaver Service Center. Okay? And he would come, okay, मेरा time खत्म हो गया ना, 1 minute बाकी है, no problem. I just see, this is where the different things are there, and I just want to see what all I have got. Because I made it in a very, logo मैंने दिखाना है. This is, right now, Paramparik Karigar is exhibiting at World Trade Center. Day before yesterday, some of our students went there, so they picked up this card. So this card, it has a handloom mark and a GI tag also. Okay, GI tag का जो है, logo, वो इसमें है. The logo is a tricolor logo, and GI is very important for us to understand. नकली असली की बात मैं आपको बता दूँ, I don't know. I cannot identify if it is handloom. I'm wearing a ikat fabric which I sold, and one day I asked him, ये handloom में बना है कि powerloom में है? This ikat he said powerloom में बना है. Understand? It's very difficult to identify all these things. Let me be very, very frank with you. We have to go down to the grassroots to understand. I visited Surat last year, I think, or 2 years back. There are 3 saris. They are woven together on a computer loom. Okay? On three saris of Banarasi which we can't make out. हाथ में लेंगे तो नहीं समझ में आएगा. Okay, we are at an era where we require marks, where we require certifications. Let's accept it. Okay, and that's the important part as a consumer. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Coming to the
first presentation में ये था,
yes, sure.
So this girl Meghali out there, she told me, ये तो नकली है, मेरे पास असली है.
Okay, coming to the last bit of our this afternoon, I now have the students of Nirmala Niketan Department of Textiles and Fashion Technology who will be showcasing the various saris of India through a sari walk.
Namaste and a very warm welcome.
Today we invite you on a mesmerizing journey through the vibrant threads of India's heritage, where folk meets trend and tradition meets creativity. This is not just a fashion show, it is a tribute to the soul of Indian craftsmanship. Presented by the talented students from the Department of Textile and Fashion Technology, College of Home Science, Nirmal and Ketu. This showcase celebrates the timeless beauty of India's traditional textile and intricate artistry of its diverse environment. Let the ramp come alive with colors, texture, and tales passed down through generations. Sit back and enjoy as traditional walk. Megha Bhogle, wearing the Paithani sari, handwoven in Paithan, Maharashtra, is a masterpiece of culture, elegance, crafted from pure silk and golden zari work. It embodies heritage, sustainability, and timeless artistry. Every intricate motif and vivid hue speak of tradition, skilled craftsmanship, and a conscious celebration of slow, luxurious Indian fashion. Khadija Sen, wearing Banarasi brocade sari from Varanasi, are renowned for their regal elegance and fine mulberry silk. Woven with golden and silver zari threads, using kadwa and kadwa techniques. They showcase Mughal-inspired outfits. Each sari is a luxurious heirloom. Shreya Mistry, wearing Pochampally ikat sari from Telangana, feature a distinctive double ikat technique where both verb and weft are tie-dyed. This purple sari with geometric patterns reflects immense precision, time and artistry. Akansha Ida, wearing Pattu sari, crafted from pure silk in South India, are symbols of opulence and tradition, celebrated for their rich zari work, bold hues and smooth texture. These saris are integral to weddings and festivals. Kanika Patil, wearing Kasuri embroidery on Irkal sari. Woven with souls of Karnataka, the Irkal sari weaves tradition in every thread, while intricate Kasuri embroidery dances across its fabric like folk flows stitched by hand. Ashwin Silva, wearing East Indian Lugda, traditional worn by Mumbai's East Indian community, is made from hand-woven cotton in earthy tones like rust or burnt orange. Neha Shera, wearing a Nagari sari, traditionally 9 yards long, is draped like a dhoti, combining elegance with functionality. Worn by Maratha warrior women, its unique drape allows freedom and movement. Alifia Nalwala, wearing a chikankari sari from Lucknow as an epitome of grace and heritage. Delicate hand embroidery on airy fabrics like muslin, silk or georgette results in elegant white on white or pastel designs. Painting, wearing the Narayanpet sari from a small town in Telangana, is known for its neat design and simple beauty. Made with a soft blend of cotton and silk, it features calm colors, striped patterns, and special temple-like borders. Kamaksha Kadam, wearing a kantha embroidery on tussar silk. Woven in the heart of West Bengal, this tussar silk sari blends earthy elegance with the poetic charm of kantha embroidery. On the behalf of Department of Textile and Fashion Technology, College of Home Science, Nirmal and Ketu, we extend our sincere gratitude to the Textile Committee, Textile Value Chain, Ms. Jigna Shah, Anveshan Foundation, Ms. Ila Dedia ma'am, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to showcase the timeless beauty of Indian textiles. And a special thank you to our head of the department, Pratima ma'am, and I would like to invite Pratima ma'am and Vibhuti ma'am to join me.
This can't be complete without Dr. Dedia being at the helm of it. So I would like to invite Dr. Dedia and Vibhuti ma'am to kindly come here.
a wonderful presentation, and this is a little act of carrying the handloom ahead as a legacy among the young ones. So, thank you so much.
If you really like the students wearing the handloom with pride, I think they need a bigger applause. I don't know what is this gen called. I'm very confused with the Gen Z. Gen Z. So we have the Gen Z wearing it. So I think everybody in this room should feel confident that handlooms will continue. That confidence we all need to have, that optimism that we all need to have. But yes, we have to work on it and make it perform better as far as the quality, the product, the markets, the artisan, their life and everything is concerned. So I thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
And at this junction, I'd just like to first hand over to Niyati. Niyati has, I just want to introduce her. She is the manager at Handloom Foundation, and although tiny as she looks, but a lot of work that you would have seen in the background, in the organization, is being done by her. So we very much thank her. And she wishes to thank all of you all first, and then I will.
Hello. Thank you to the Textile Committee, Handloom Foundation, Textile Value Chain for organizing this event. Thank you to all the speakers, the artisans who showcase their work, to the student volunteers. And the students of Nirmala Niketan for the beautiful work. Thank you.
I'd just like to say one thing is that the papers that were sent by the different resource persons today, all the papers are amazing. Each, the content, see today you just got a glimpse because you could see everyone, including me, we were given only 7 minutes or 8 minutes. So, but you could see that you got a glimpse of the content and all the papers are good. I'm sure you'll enjoy this issue a lot, and let us continue this legacy of handlooms. We want more of you who are already working with handlooms, with the artisans, to participate in future, because this is not a one-day thing. We are going to continue this work. So in some way or the other, we can get connected to take it further. So I wish to thank the audience who on a Thursday afternoon, it's middle of the week, it's towards the end of the week, and it breaks a day on a rainy day to be here. I think you require the biggest applause. So applause for yourself, and do not forget to have the high tea outside. And I would like to thank Dr. Danda, Danda. We would really like to thank you. Very humble throughout our entire working coordination. Thank you to Jigna from the TVS and her team. And similarly, Dr. Murlidhar sir, where are you? Yeah. These are all the, you can say, the backbone for this entire event, and that's how all the different stakeholders today are all here. I don't know, whatever the gen we are all in, wherever they want to put us into, from us to you. It is nice to have different generations be together from different walks. We have designer, we have many institutes also today. We have Sophia, we have PVP, we have NI, IFD, and Nirmala Niketan, of course. Many other institutes, I may have forgotten the names. Many people from the industry also who are not connected with handlooms. But they are here because they care for handlooms. And we really appreciate that. And we wish that whenever we have these future gatherings, connections, you will be part of us. Thank you so much.